What's it like living in a pueblo in Colombia? I live in a small town, what they call a pueblo here, about 2 hours out of Bogota. If there wasn't any traffic, it'd be like an hour. I've got the best weather around. It stays probably around 70, 75 most of the time. What they call winter here is it rains half the day, and then the rest of the day you usually don't have rain. Here and there you have a day that rains the whole day. Best climate of any place I've ever lived. I'm surrounded by the Andes Mountains, so I've got beautiful view all around. The town itself is a small town. Here we have a lot of small mom and pop shops. There are three grocery stores that are which would be like a small grocery store in the States, but they carry all the processed foods and the stuff like you have in the States. And then you have a lot of little markets that you have the vegetable guy. There's probably about 10, 15 different little mom and pop shops that sell all the different vegetables and fruits. And then you got about 10 carnicerias, butcher shops where you get your meat. And most of the shopping's done there. I go pick up my vegetables at one shop, go pick up the meat at another, and here and there if I need something special, say cooking oil, what do you call it, coconut cooking oil or olive oil, then I would pick those up at one of the supermarkets, or wine, you would pick those up at the supermarkets. And I'd say the town is maybe 15 to 20 blocks in circumference, and pretty much everything you can get, you can get here. They have several different little hardware stores, but hardware stores here are nothing like Home Depot. They're little small mom and pop shops, and sometimes you got to go to 2 or 3 different ones to find what you're looking for, or you got to go back to the big city, Bogota or Fusa, to buy something at one of the bigger stores. When you're in the city, it's kind of like anywhere in the States, just big stores. You can find anything. Here in the Pueblos, a little bit more low-key. People here are pretty chilled out. The big thing here is they like to socialize, and they'll sit in a cantina and drink beer or drink coffee and socialize. Everybody's always been super nice to me as far as they like tourists, or not tourists, foreigners. And you could live here pretty easily on $1,000. You get an apartment for probably $300-400. Your food and that might run you about $200 a month. Electricity's like ridiculous, maybe $10-20 for electricity and water. And you can live here pretty much. You can live here on Social Security. It's pretty low key. And living here in the town is. I don't live exactly in the town. I live in a secured housing development, which they call condominiums. And it's actually a house with, we got a guard gate in the front, and I've got a nice comfortable house, and then it takes me 10 minutes to get here. Either I can come on bus or I can come on my motorcycle. But now that I have Milo, the border collie, makes it difficult to come on the motorcycle, so I've been coming on the bus until maybe I'll get a car. And other than that, the quality of living here is very good. In this town we have a hospital, and then the next town over they've got a couple hospitals, and then Bogota has got some hospitals. And I personally think the medical care, not here in the town but in the big cities, is bigger than most of the places in the States. They've got the top 3 hospitals, I think, in South America are here in Colombia. And the medical care has been always top-notch for anything that I've used them for. And I pay $35 a month for health care, and that covers everything. It doesn't matter what you got, you're covered. Unlike the States, where it covers 80%, and then you got to put something down, and then there's a 20% that it doesn't cover. So no matter what, you're out of pocket for a few $1,000s. Here you pay $35 a month and you're covered. And service here is good. In getting around here, it's either by bus, motorcycle if you don't have a car, or they have the moto taxis, which I've done some videos on those. Those are like the the things you see in Thailand, little 3-wheel carts that have a cab, and they take people around. And you'll find those in the pueblos, but you won't find those in the big cities. They're, I think, outlawed in the big city, but here in the pueblo, there's not enough business for a regular cab, so they have those little moto taxis. And I prefer living here than I do in the States. I didn't like the political atmosphere there. Everything was expensive. And the only challenge here maybe is the language, but I already spoke the language as a kid. I lived for a few years in Panama. So the language wasn't an issue, but I could see that be the hardest thing for somebody moving here. And a lot of people want to learn English, and they study it in school and that. So they'll try to speak English with you. In Bogota, you probably would find more people speaking English. In a little town like this, not so much, except for maybe some of the kids, the younger ones that study it in school. But if you like adventure and you got an open mind, you can have a very nice life here, and a lot of places to walk to, and you can go see other towns. There's a waterfall. This is one of the prettiest countries that I've ever been to. I mean, I'm surrounded by the Andes Mountains. There's waterfalls, rivers. You can go to the coast, and then it's like the Bahamas. Just about any climate. There's some desert area. Anything you're looking for, they pretty much have in Colombia. And you just have to do your research of what kind of climate and what kind of area you want to live in. And you should be able to find something here. But that'll give you kind of a little bit of a scoop on living here in Colombia. Food's really good. Can't really say anything else. It's just it's a good lifestyle. And I doubt I would go back to the States unless I'm going to visit and that. But to live, I don't think I would go back to live in the States. I'm happier here. But I'm here in the shop, the saddle shop, and I'll try to put out as many videos as I can. And I cover leather stuff, I cover the border collie stuff, and Colombian stuff. So give me a like and subscribe. That definitely helps. I'm trying to get to that point where I can make some extra money with YouTube. That would be nice. And that's basically it.